if we have an argument that's flawed, it's probably failing to consider something, and taking for granted is just different framing. But if it's failing to consider something, that means it's assuming that that thing didn't need to be discussed. Maybe they just forgot about it, of course, but they're still being too extreme in their conclusion because they didn't even think of that thing that was probably important. It's like that eye of the beholder kind of thing. It all depends on your framework and your understanding. It's whether we give the person making the argument the benefit of the doubt or not. So if we're extending the principle of charity to them and saying that they're not dumb, they just forgot, we're saying they assumed, and that's necessary assumption framing. If we're saying they made this egregious error and should have remembered this important thing and completely forgot, that how could they have been so dumb? That's more of a flaw. We're saying that it's a big gap. They failed to consider something, and that's deeply problematic. And then, of course, there are classic logical fallacies as well that we'll just say by definition, you're only going to see those in flaw questions. But for most other things, the framing could be necessary assumption or flaw question. Just depends on how LSAT chooses to frame it in the first place. Thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already to be notified of new episodes as I release them. And feel free to reach out if you need anything at all as you move forward with your prep. I'm happy to help however I can. In the meantime, I'll wish you all the best and take care.